What is good? Fuck, good. Everyone. Shoobs here. This is so scuffed. What is good, everyone? Shoobs here. Today we will be creating a keyboard out of thin air. Well, not really, actually out of plastic filament, but for my small dumb brain that still cannot grasp the technology of 3D printing, this is essentially the same thing as modern day wizardry. Basically, I have acquired a rather big 3D printer. My old uni was getting rid of some of their 3D printers and I purchased one for a great discount of around 90% off. And as a Asian, when I see big number discounts, I buy without thinking about the consequences. My spending habits are not a problem, I swear. Well, here is the 3D printer. This is a chunky boy right here. I don't really know too much about 3D printers, like the companies they make them and models that are good and stuff like that. But hey, when 90% off is on the table, I don't ask very many questions. So this particular 3D printer was apparently made for printing big, large things, which sadly I don't know too much about. But long story short, this was a pain in the ass to drag to my place. Shit weighs more than a rom-com anime protagonist, and for my degenerate self who has been living on Doritos for the last 2 months playing nothing but Lost Ark without seeing the sun, this was a pretty daunting task. But I have a big 3D printer now, and as a keyboard degenerate, what better first use of it than to print a keyboard? So yeah, let's do it. Let's print our very own keyboard case, the Scuffed 65. Now, if you thought I was going to design the case on my own, you really don't know the extent of my brain capacity. You think someone that forgets to put stabs on half their builds will know how to use CAD? Of course not. The only thing I know how to do is make scuffed YouTube videos, and I'm not really good at that either. I am really making my parents proud with the good use of my 2 degrees. Oh, this is why they don't love me. So we'll be taking the files of the Bachoo 65, which is a open source project by K Katano. Since you know stealing content is all a YouTuber is good for, the process was quite simple actually. I downloaded the file, opened it up on Fusion, added a few modifications, and was ready to go. I put the finished 3D model onto my 3D printer software, pressed print, and yeah, that was all there was to it. I wish this fucking piece of shit, good for nothing, fat. Okay, I'm just describing myself here actually, but this damn 3D printer had its nozzle stuck like every 10 damn minutes. And you know what? I had to get up from my chair and fix the damn nozzle every other minute. This is probably the most exercise I've gotten in the last few months. But through all the pain, all the suffering, all the exercise, oh god, it's finally done. I present to you the Scuffed 65. It's just a Bachoo 65 with Scuffed written on the back actually, but damn. I sort of get why the printer I bought was discounted so much, cause that boy ain't right. Or I actually messed up the settings or something, but that was a fucking pain in the ass to print. But anyways, I have never tried a 3D printed keyboard before, and I genuinely wanted to see how good this was compared to the aluminum version by CK, which I have right here. There are some differences, like the quality and the side profile. The 3D printed one is just a little wedge. Oh my god, I can't get it to focus, whatever. But I'll simply be putting my Canon Keys Bachoo 65 internals into this thing. But first, before that, I gotta clean this up a bit and make it a bit more presentable. So I didn't really know how I should clean this up, so I took a scissor and smoothed it out a bit, and then I colored the scuffed part in with a black Sharpie, which probably wasn't the best idea because I think the smell probably killed the last remaining brain cell that I had left, and I ain't gonna lie, this not looking too good. Actually, what am I saying? This is peak. This is a top tier infilling right here. But it's not the worst looking board, at least from the top down, right? I tried my best. For the set, we'll be going with GMK Hennessy to match the black on white aesthetic. This is actually like a Ashkeebs board. Scuffed will like one too. The set is currently available on Drop, by the way. Shout out to Drop for sending this out for the build. And here it is in all its scuffed ass glory. And man, this actually doesn't look bad. Besides the part where the printer's sort of fucked up. From the top down, it looks pretty damn clean. Everything about it is, you know, not bad at all. But let's see how this actually types and feels. Oh shit. You know what? This actually sounds and feels great. It is a Bachoo after all, but the 3D printed case was way better than I expected. There is no hollowness and the sound itself is a bit deeper than the aluminum Bachoo. Honestly, considering the price of the Bachoo itself from Canon Keys, you really can't go wrong. But if you happen to have access to a big 3D printer, maybe yoink a spot from your school or university and say it's for very important research and just purchase the PCB and plate, you could honestly build a very good keyboard for pretty cheap. Honestly, this was a pretty fun project, and although my printer is not the best with all the issues it is having, if you guys want to see me do some more scuffed keyboard shit with my 3D printer, let me know, because this was pretty fun and I already wasted money on that on the printer, so I gotta make it back somehow.